And we're live. Welcome. How you doing today? Worship Chef here, Kurt Arnold here, just to spend some time with you, answer any cooking questions you might have, and just spend some quality time with my friends. So, this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, I started making some bread, and now the bread is all risen. We're going to get it in the oven so I can preheat the oven. Some other projects that we want to work on. So, you see all the bread's coming out. No, I got a bad connection. No, we're good. Okay. Hopefully. Okay. Hello, welcome. How you doing? Let me know you're here. Love to see you. Find out who's here. But right now, I am starting to do some bread.
Your connection is bad.
That's what it says, yeah. That connection.
No, it's better.
Okay. So behind the camera today is Chloe. She's doing the chat. She's going to chat with you and hang out. So nice to have a friendly face there.
Yeah, your connection. Yeah.
So this is my sourdough. It's been perfect since 8 o'clock. And we are going to cut it into loaves. We're going to try and make these as even as possible. I can get my scale out if I need to, but I don't need to. Okay. On my pan, I'm going to add some cornmeal on my white loaves. This gives it just that little bit of extra crunch, a little bit of something different when you're having your, this is what I like. Okay, so we take our bread and we just work it. Okay, keep tucking under. I'm going to get six of these loaves on a tray. It's all good. It's a snow day here in Halifax. I'm not sure if where you're at, but let me know in the comments where you're at. And, you know, after the fact, nobody's here live right now, but later on, where you're from, what you're watching from, you know, what you want to see in future episodes, future live streams. But we're glad you're here. Right, Chloe? We're glad they're here. So. Fantastic. You ever feel like talking to yourself, Chloe? So, my loaves are on my, just trying to get all the air out of them, trying to make them nice and smooth, putting all the seam on the bottom. So if you look at my last live stream, I was more talking. In the last live stream, I was actually making the bread. So this live stream, I'm actually shaping the bread. So it's just a different set of the different part of the recipe. I just want to be on here for 4 hours 5 hours while we bake bread, cook bread, proof bread. I mean, if you want to stick around for 5 hours, sure. But and so today I've made so this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 batches of bread and 2 batches of sweet dough, which I will turn, which isn't going to be ready to play with quite yet. But I'll turn that into some cinnamon rolls. So if you're joining me, hey, my name's Kurt, the Worship Chef. I am a retired military chef, semi-retired, I guess, because I'm still working in the military as a reservist. It's all good. Welcome to the feed. I'm glad you're here. Let me know where you're from, who's hanging out with me. Behind my camera today, I have Chloe. She's helping me out. And we're glad you're here. Just jump in the live chat, hang out. Today I'm focused on shaping bread. So there's lots of different ways to shape bread. If you want to see something, I can help you. But right now I'm just making just like a a loaf, not for loaf pan, kind of a half loaf. So here I'm going to spray it, and then I'm just going to put it on the counter with I'm going to put a cloth on it. Just to keep it dry. We're going to throw that on and let that double in size. Okay, so I still have, so earlier today I made the bread, started at 8 o'clock, got 12 batches of bread done. So I always usually make 4 batches of just my original white bread that everybody seems to like. And then I work on the other flavors. So I have 2 batches of the raisin bread that I like to make, a sourdough. It's all sourdough starter. So I have the raisin. I'll just show you in a minute. I've got the bacon cheddar bread, bacon cheddar garlic bread, I guess. And then I got the multigrain sitting behind me on the oven there. So when we're getting our loaves ready, we just spray the tray, put some of this cornmeal on the tray. And then we just work the loaf, and we're going to work the loaf, and we're just going to keep tucking with my hands under to bring all the seams underneath, make it look nice and smooth on top. Trying to get all the air bubbles out. You know, you ever get that fresh bread at the store, and it's got that big hole in the middle? It's because they didn't work the air bubble out. So we're working to get the air bubble out. Yeah, we're at 2. I know Chloe's super excited behind the camera. We got another person here. How you doing? Jump in the chat, say hi, let me know where you're from. Is it snowing where you're from? You see out my window. I don't know if you can or not. It's snowing. It's snowing good. It's a good, maritime winter, like the snow wise. So I want the seam on the bottom, nice and smooth on top. Get rid of those air bubbles. They may not be even, but that's okay. I'm not here for perfection. I'm here for making bread, and it's all good. So where are you from? So you're good. So let me know where you're from and where you're watching from. Is it snowing where you're at? You can type that in the chat. Maybe people are paying attention. And so this is my sourdough. So the last live stream, if you want to watch my last live stream, that'll show you how to make the sourdough. I just didn't want to every live stream be doing the exact same thing. So here we're actually trying to show you what. Now it's proofed. It's proofed really well. So if you want to check it out and see how to actually shape it. So for this particular one I'm shaping, you could always take these and make rolls out of them. Really easy, super simple. We got a loaf, right? And then we just put that loaf on the tray. Got cornmeal on the tray, a little bit of spray. Apostrophe you are.
Okay.
And Chloe's behind the screen, so if you hear me talking to somebody, it's Chloe. She's here helping me in the chat. So if you're chatting, she'll say hi to you. She'll throw your questions up on the screen. So I'd love to interact. That's the point of this, is to interact. If I wanted to just do me on a video, I would do that. But I'm kind of a people person. I like to actually interact with people. So you can stick around and just watch. That's cool too if you like to watch. But if you like to interact, that's cool too. And I'm glad you're here. The live chat is open to you. I know that some people might be at work and just sneaking this in, and that's cool too. You might not have a chance to get in the chat. You want to just going to be conspicuous. That's cool too. So there we go. We got our bread, and there we go. We'll give it a spray. And we're gonna let that rise for another hour. It should double up in size, so we might be able to see it before we go get put in the oven. And just throw a cloth on there if you have one. If you don't have one, it's okay. But it'll dry out. Tend to dry out. Okay, so the next bread that I make, and the next ones that have risen, are my multigrain. So I if you can see here, I got multigrain here. So we got pumpkin seeds and flax seeds, and there's sesame seeds in here. I got a little bit of oatmeal, and one I put some whole wheat flour in, the other one I didn't. But we're gonna do something different here because we got 2 different kind of colors, so it's gonna be fun. We're gonna actually do something with this and shape it differently because hey, we can. Put this aside. Okay, so we got 2 different kind of tones of one brown, one. So we're still gonna make. So throw this some spray down. I'm not gonna put any cornmeal on this one because I don't want that flavor. You don't want that. I don't need that. I'm gonna cut this one in 6. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one in 6. Approximate 6. It's kind of big. There we go. So we get that one in 6. We're gonna put this one in 6. 6. There we go. And 3 more on this one. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to make like a braid. Well, kind of a braid. We're not going to get a perfect braid out of this, but maybe 3 strands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one. This is the white, more white, because there's no whole wheat in this one. I'm going to try and stretch it out, roll it and stretch it as thin as I can, like a snake. The longer I can get it, the better. The easier it's going to be to work with. Okay. So if you can get it a 1/2 inch thick or 3/4 inch thick, so as long as you can get her, and then you grab a loaf, I think of your darker, same kind of bread. You can use different breads. You can mix breads. You can put a whole wheat and a white and a multigrain. You could do I did the other time. I did an Italian, a bacon, and a regular. There's lots of different ways you can do it. So there we go. So we got two kind of two-toned. I don't know if you can see that well, but there's 2 tones there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the ends. We're going to pinch them together. And now what we're going to kind of do is just kind of back and forth. If you had 3, it would be even better. Okay, and we got that. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to pinch it like that. And I'm going to cook my loaf like this. Yeah, you can see those 2 tones better that way. They're not prominent. They're not really prominent 2 tones, but so we'll just keep doing that for all these loaves. And they're all gone. They've all left me. That's okay. It's only back. I'm just going to sit down. Right, Chloe? We're just here to have fun. Okay, so we're rolling out our dough. This is a...
Connection is bad.
Hmm?
Your connection is bad.
I want the connection, but that's because it's snowing. Shouldn't be bad. Can you go get your phone? Can you log into it and see what it looks like? Might be
Wait,
hard.
what do you want?
Just search for Worship Chef. So it's good. Hey, what? Well, somebody wants me to do an update of the current weather outside. So we're going to get a current weather update. So if you haven't seen the picture outside, this is the current weather outside. It's ridiculous. It's kind of starting to snow. If it's snowing where you're at, I can show you the best I can. So that's my backyard. I'm going to tweet this out, but glad you're here. There should be a live chat button. If you can you see the live chat button, Chloe, on your phone when you see it?
No.
So it's good. Weather has changed for the better. I love snow. You love snow? So it's starting to come down. So now that I use my phone, I need to wash my hands. So, who knows where your phone's been? Okay. Welcome to the chat. I was hoping to have. It's good. Okay. So what we're doing now is we've got this multigrain bread. We are working on the multigrain bread, trying to pan it up. Okay. So if you've been here before, if you were here the last time, we were working desperately on making the bread, but now we're actually shaping it because I'm not here for many hours. I'm only here a little bit. So now we're shaping. So today I got like a whole wheat. I had whole wheat to one batch of my bread, and the other batch I forgot to have the whole wheat too. So we got a white and a whole wheat bread. So we've made them into these long strands. I'm going to pinch the end together, and then I'm just going to start just coiling them over top of one another, laying them over top of one another, creating a braid. Once I get to the end of the braid, I'm going to, I'm not going to braid it looks like this. I'm not going to cook it like that. I'm actually going to roll it up and tuck the end under, and voila. What do you think? That's going to be our loaf. Okay, and then I just put it on the tray here. And we're just going to do that again. So how do you like to shape your bread? Or do you even shape your bread, or you just go traditional, bread or rolls? Rolls are easy, but today I'm trying this. You can do multiple things with your bread, shapes, and what got me into cooking in the beginning was actually one of the things I wanted to make was a bread in the shape of a teddy bear. I found it in a magazine. I think it was a magazine. I really, really wanted to make it. And so I tried, and it was as hard as rock. You couldn't eat it. It kind of looked like a teddy bear, but the raisins that were the eyes, they kind of got hard as a rock. They burnt. That's kind of hard as a rock, or burnt is another word for it. But yeah, it's good. So here we go. We're going to do it again. We're going to pinch. And then it doesn't really matter which way you go as long as you create a braid. Pretty straightforward. Pinch the ends. I've got my braid. Just roll and tuck. Your hope is that this is going to cook and then it's going to actually stay that shape when it's done. Okay. Now you could say, okay, well, I don't want to do a braid. I want to do some rolls, right? Okay, so if we want to do rolls, we're going to actually take this here. We're going to actually cut it into 6. And the easiest way to do it is just to put it on the table, slam your hand down, and just start cupping your hand. And eventually these two fingers will come together, and your dough will actually roll. Now, if your board's too slick, you can add a little bit, if it's sticking or whatever, but you're going to get a nice smooth roll, right? And that's your roll. So then we put that on the tray. Now, these are all going to cook at different times, so I would cook those on a different tray because they're not going to take as long. Hey, Maria, welcome. Good to see you. We're working on rolls here. So right now I'm showing some different ways to shape. So I just did this one. This one here is a coil, like a braid, and then a twirl. I'm just working on maybe taking the same amount of dough. So another way you can roll your dough is like I said, this way you can slam it and then roll it. But if you flatten it out with the palm of your finger and then just start tucking under, it'll actually, all the stuff will go underneath. And then you tuck under, right? And then you get a nice smooth roll. It kind of works the same way. Chloe's here behind the camera today. She's excited. She's excited. She's not used to this live streaming thing, so she's just as excited as I am when she sees people come on. She's like, "Yeah, 3 people are here. It's amazing." And you know what? That's just growth. We're just starting for nothing. So we're here to have fun. You're right. It's good. And so we're so glad you're here. Is it snowing down in Colorado? I know it's snowing here. I don't know what the weather's like down there. I know Maria's from Colorado. I'm not sure who else is on. Chloe's on, so that's one of my viewers. So it's good. It's good. I know it's a Friday morning. People are at work. Some people on the West Coast are just waking up because it's 4 in the morning. Not 4 in the morning. No, it's what time is it now? 7 in the morning on the West Coast. 7 in the morning. So you're just waking up, having your coffee. Maybe you want to come and join me. That's cool too. So yes, so we're here having fun. So here I've shaped 6 rolls, and what I would do with this is I would alternate them because they're different. One's a whole wheat, one's not a whole wheat. So I would kind of alternate them and then put them on a pan. Probably a separate pan than the ones with those big rolls. These ones should only take about 15 to 18 minutes. Oh, good. They're getting more snow in Colorado. There you go. Yep. Well, so there we go. 6 of those on the pan, right? And then I can spray those. I'm just going to put these aside over here because I'll probably add some more rolls of flavor. So I'm just going to make 2 more of these big ones to fill that tray. So it's all good. So Yeah, we're getting our first. This is our biggest snowfall of the year. Like, this is ridiculous, but it's something interesting that normally I expected to come back to Canada and have not Canada, the East Coast, and have a big snowstorm. The second storm, like last winter, we had a few. I mean, they were consistent, but now it's January 20th, and this is our first big snowfall. We didn't have a big snowfall in the fall and the winter of 2022. We had so strange. So it's very interesting the way the weather patterns are changing. And, it could be permanent. It could be just a one-off. Who knows? I'm not a meteorologist. I just look at the window and put my hand out and go, is it cold or not, right? Is it windy? Throw a paper in the wind. Does it blow away? Must be windy. That's the depth of my meteorology. So there we go. We got another dough. Do one more like that. It's all good. Where are my peeps at? Everybody's busy. It's Friday. It's all good, though. It's all good. So here I am working on dough. We'll answer any of your questions. If you have any questions for me, throw them in the chat. Ask me a question. Once I get my bread shaped here, hopefully I can get my bread shaped within enough time that I get the oven on here, which is what I wanted to do. Bake for... let's go 425. I want to get some biscuits done, so I think I need to get this. I definitely got to get all these done. They're getting proofed up really good, so whatever. We'll get her going. So, pinch the end. Just quickly just pass them over top each other. Maybe I'm talking and it's slowing me down. But here we go. So, we just tuck that under. And there we go. We got another one of these. It's pretty amazing, but cool. Okay, so we'll spray. Get a cloth, pour it over, and we're done. There we go. Okay, next we got the raisin bread, which is pretty simple. So we go 1, and 2. Okay, so we got 2 raisin bread. Now we're gonna do those, cut them into 3s and make loaves out of them. Didn't make it last week, and somebody kept asking, "Where's the raisin bread?" I'm like, I don't have raisin bread because I take my loaves and I give them away. If you're wondering what I do with all my bread, I just give them away. We eat some, but I give most of it away to people at church or anybody that wants one. If somebody was in Sackville here and walked up to my door and said, "Can I have a loaf of bread?" I would absolutely hang out and give them a loaf of bread. One of my Twitter peeps said, "Hey, want to drop by and get a loaf of bread?" I would hook them up. It's all good. It's all good. So here we go. Quick loaves of bread. These are the fastest ones to make. It's all good. What's your favorite type of bread? What kind of bread? What keeps you up at night when you want to get a loaf of bread? You want a sourdough? You're a white? You're a whole wheat? You're a pumpernickel? What kind of bread do you like? Kind of bread. My son Ethan, he's the next bread I get on here in a second. That's his bread. That's his go-to. He is now suckered into that garlic and bacon bread that I make. He loves it. He has claimed it. He will not let me give it away. He won't let the other people eat it. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I like to give it away, but he wants to eat it all. There we go. It's good. It's good. So there's that one's a lot faster. So that was good. Okay. Now, bacon, garlic, and cheese bread. Make 3 loaves of this because I thought that it would be. My son just loves this, so I thought we'd make sure that we had lots. We'll do something different today, though. I'm going to actually make some rolls out of this. I'm going to actually put them back in this pan. I don't know if you're going to like it that way, but I'm going to do it. This is nice and soft and ready to go. It's beautiful. Glad you're here. Crunchy outside, soft inside, Italian or French. There's a good bread. Yeah, you want it nice and flavorful. It's got to be flavorful, right? Your bread has to actually, I don't really like really dense breads. So the original sourdoughs, I'm not a big fan of because they're more dense. Mine's not dense, and I don't know if that would classify as a sourdough, but it's using sourdough starter, so I'm using it as classifying it as a sourdough. It's good. It's good. So this is the bacon. You can smell it. It's the bacon, garlic, cheese. Used Tex-Mex in 2 of them, and I think I had like a blend, a white cheese blend. So I think it's Gouda, Parmesan, mozzarella, maybe Swiss. I'm not sure. I don't have the package anymore. So there's many ways you can roll a roll. You can put it on the table and just roll it like that, or you can do it with your hands if you're more confident. Like that. And it's not too sticky too. If it's super sticky, it's hard because it sticks to your hands, but that's super easy. Rolling it, cut roll. You can get your scale out. I have a scale. I could scale. If you're here and able to use the chat, jump in. I would love to talk to you and ask any questions. I know Maria knows how to use the chat, but is there anybody else kicking around? And last time I had a few extras. You're more than welcome to join in. If you're watching and you're trying to get hold of me on the Twitter, I can't do both of those. Chloe's not watching my Twitter, so she's only watching my live stream. So there should be a button that says live chat. It should be not comments. There should be a spot for live chat. So click on that. Chloe's trying to figure it out. It should be live chat. Should be if you actually open the video itself, like the video big, and there should be a spot that says live chat. So it's good. Comments are disabled until the video is up afterwards. Live chat is right now. So and live chat is going on because I know Marina's talking to me, so I know it is available. It's just you can find it. And sometimes if you've never done it before, it's not readily available. Okay, so we're gonna get a couple more things to do with this. 4, I might get 3. It's good. It's good. What else? What do you guys got planned for the weekend? Well, my youth program got canceled tonight, so there's no youth tonight. So I got night off. Not that Chloe just found out. She's looking at me. She's all so upset. She likes to see her friends, right? And that's what they do on Friday nights. And so it's really hard for me to cancel. But I gotta look out for the parents and the kids' safety as they drive here. So and there you go. So there's a pan of bread rolls. I can just set fries and then a couple pans. Pans, and then these ones we're going to try and do like a French baguette. Okay, this is what Ethan wants because he wants to. And cut this into 4s. And 4 people. She's super excited. Chloe's excited. There's 4 people here. If you can get in the chat, jump in the chat. We'd love to talk to you. Chloe's behind the camera today. She's super pumped. She's never been part of a live stream before, and you know what? You're making history for her. She's 11, going on 12 this April, May, March, whatever she has a birthday. I know it's March. Sandy's here. You made it. You had to open up the YouTube app. Yeah, cold and rainy in BC. Well, you know what? I would prefer the snow than that. I'm not a big fan of the rain. It just soggies you. That's good to see you, Sandy. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so what I've been doing is working on my bread. So I'm just making some like long, elongated French loaves. Ethan will take these and he will split them in half and then split them lengthwise and then put more garlic and more cheese on them. And that's his garlic bread. That is his go-to snack almost every day when he gets home from school. He calls it his lunch. You don't have to shovel rain. That is so true. You don't have to shovel rain. Yeah, so where you're at, you got a lot of rain. You don't have to shovel it. I get it. But you know what? I haven't had to shovel anything yet here since I've been here at this new house. So it's good. There you go. She Maria's looking for somebody to she does her own show, and I was on her show a while ago, and she needs somebody to be what's a wrench. So the person in the background making sure things. So maybe this might be a new career for you, Chloe. You know, at 12 years old, you could be there's probably younger wrenches out there, but who knows? She's flattered, I can tell. Chloe's flattered. She's getting all embarrassed here. She's not even on camera, and she's getting embarrassed. It's good. I love my kids, so it's good. Yeah. As long as you're ready to go to Colorado, or maybe you can do it from here. I don't know if you can do wrenching from other places. I think you can. Yeah, you don't have to be in the same place to actually help people out. So that's good. So welcome to the live stream. I'm so glad you're here. We're about halfway through. Yeah, we're pretty much halfway through. I'm almost done my bread proofing, shaping after it's been proofed. Okay, so here I got 4 baguettes ready to start rising. I'm not going to touch my sweet roll dough yet. I'm just going to get this out of the way, and then we are going to actually make some biscuits. I'm going to make some scones, some good scones. Laura's here. Hi, Laura. How you doing? She's right. So Maria was saying you can be a wrench from wherever. So maybe down the road when she's short and she needs somebody, she can hire somebody to help her out, check it, and get more practice. Right. This is a great job to do. Laura, it's nice to see you here. We're just having fun. I'm shaping my breads. I started them up at 8 o'clock this morning. I started pumping bread out. I got 10 batches of like bread, and then I've got 2 batches of for sweet dough. Yeah, I know your previous producer was from Nova Scotia, Tracy, right? She must be off to bigger and better things. I don't know, or different things. Haven't seen much of her on Twitter, but I'm sure she's there. It's just that new algorithm. You can't always see what you want to see. You're following 3,000 people. It doesn't seem to show up. Oh, Chloe, there you go. People are encouraging you to take a step. If you like this kind of thing, it's good. Thanks, guys, for encouraging her. She needs all the encouragement she can get. So I'm looking forward to that. It's good. It's good. So so this is the bacon, cheese, and garlic bread. This is Ethan's favorite. You'll never see him on camera, but unless he changes his mind. And he loves to make this into garlic bread. He loves taking this garlic bread and turning it into more garlic and more cheese and melting it on there and eating it as what he calls lunch, but it's like 3 in the morning, or not 3 in the afternoon when he gets home from school and he's eating more and more bread. But my bread's been lasting a long time, like almost a full week. So that's good. Like I'm impressed that my bread's been lasting a full week. Sometimes even store bread doesn't last that long. So okay, so that is all of my bread currently that I have at this moment rising. So that means we can actually move on. Chloe's super pumped. We're at 5. It's good. I'm gonna wash my hands and then we're going to make some scones. It's good. It's good. Welcome them here. Tell them you're on. Chloe's here behind the screen. She's excited. It's her first time being behind the wheel. Okay, so we're going to make some biscuits. Okay, so who's here? Who's here? We'll say hi. I know Laura's here and Maria's here. We are going to make some biscuits. So some biscuits, but I call them scones because I'm going to shape them differently. I'm going to put stuff in them. So this is Mom's biscuit recipe. Okay, it's my mama's biscuit recipe, and it's good. Tanya's at work during this snowstorm, so she's not here. But I'm going to make Mama's biscuits. And to make Mama's biscuits, we're actually going to make the score variety. Okay, so we're going to make the score ones. So I always double or even triple Mama's recipe because I can fit it in the mixer. So usually your KitchenAid mixer can handle up to 8 cups of flour no matter what you're doing. You don't want to, if your recipe has more than 8 cups of flour, you probably can't fit it in the bowl. So if that's a helpful or not. So, but I'm going to go with 3 times the recipe, I think, just because I can, and I like scones. So I need 6 cups of flour. Yeah, I was using canola oil cooking. Spray. That's my spray. That's 6. Okay, so that's 6 cups of flour in there. Okay. Next thing you need to add is 2 teaspoons of baking powder per time. So that's going to be 6 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, so I teach my kids this. I show you 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon. So I need 2 tablespoons of baking powder. 1, 2. Okay, 2 tablespoons. Perfect. Okay, so I got that in here. Next, I need to add half a teaspoon of salt. So times 3 is 1.5 because I'm tripling the recipe. 1, and then I just added a little sprinkle of too much. So we're good. Okay, we're all in. I've done this recipe enough times. I know it's going to work all the time. And then I need 3/4 cups of sugar. How many people have these like Tupperware oldie but a goodie? Yeah, I think great. So this is the 1/4 cup. So I need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Okay. We need 3 half-cup blocks of margarine. You can use butter. You can use shortening. So the rule of thumb for me is if I'm using butter or margarine in my scone mix, then I can use water in the mix as a liquid. If I decide that I'm going to use shortening, I want to use milk. One way or the other, it's going to be rich. So it depends on what you have in your house at the time. But today I have enough margarine kicking around. I don't have a lot of milk, and I haven't gone to the store to buy milk. We'll have to probably venture out here soon. Okay, so that's my basics. It's going to go in here. Now, if you don't have the mixer, you want to use the dough. There's a dough scraper or the dough cutter. That's the one you could use. That would work fine. I like using my mixer. It works fine. I'm just going to break up the butter a little bit before I put it in because it tends to clump if you don't. Okay, the last thing I'm going to add in here before is I've got in here somewhere. Sport chips. Oh, the red containers. Yeah, the red containers. Well, I'm a big fan of Tupperware. I will always pick up Tupperware because it's always replaceable, right? Like it's always available. So we'll just add whatever's left in this bag. It was a half a bag, so 100 grams. But it depends on how you want your. So from here, how caramely and toffee you want it. Now you could also add some chocolate chips if you like. But if you really wanted the chocolate and toffee mix, I don't want that. So yeah, well, that's what I like about it. You used to sell Tupperware, and what I liked about it is if you found something and it was broken, you could just find a rep and they'd replace it. It's pretty amazing. So throw this on here. As Maria said last time, just be wary of my mixer. Kind of sounds like an alien over the speaker system. It's good. We'll shut those. Pyrex glass. I need 2/3 cup of water, so times that by 3 is 6. 6/3, which is 2 cups. I want cold, not hot. I want to keep my butter. In the same kind of consistency as margarine. Okay, so we let that mix up till the butter starts to mix up a bit, and then we will add. I'll get some trays. Good. Spray that down. Hopefully we can get this in and out before the stream is over. Let's get this 2 cups of water in the mixer. Okay. I'm not going to take very long with flour my board because I'm going to take it right out here on the board. Okay. Whew. Okay, you should mix up enough for me. I can mix up the remainder on the board. Okay. Scrape off what is here. It's a little moist. That's okay. We're going to work it in with a little bit of flour. I don't want to over mix it. I want it nice and flaky. I want a nice, beautiful score and biscuit. Okay. If I can get 90% of this off, no score bits will be okay. I can use it again. So I'm gonna make one more biscuit here before too long. So the stuff on the bottom is kind of doughy, isn't it? Very floury, but that's okay. We're gonna mix it up here. Okay, so we'll put this aside. Put that aside. Just take dough and just kind of move it. Just blend in that little bit of flour that's left. Just mix it in just so that it incorporates. What we don't want, like I said, don't want to over mix it so that it becomes tough. Nobody wants a tough biscuit. A little more flour. A little more flour on the bottom. And great. Let's get, so now it's kind of where I want it. Then I'm not going to use a rolling pin. I'm just going to keep moving it around. It's nice. I can feel it. It feels perfect. Thin it down. I want about 1/2 inch. Just keep pushing it out. You can go thinner, you can go thicker, but generally 1/2 inch is the thickness I'm looking for. That's about 1/2 inch. Okay, then I will grab my, give my hands a quick wash and grab my knife. Dry. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so from here, I will just cut strips, 2 inches, not even 2 1.5 inches. Okay, and then all I do from here, as you can see that, is I've created a strip here, I got 5 strips across on mine. And then just cut them in triangles. Simple as that. And then throw them on the tray. Just like that. Alternate them on the boards, on the tray, so you can get as many as you can on the tray at the same time. So, what do you got planned for the rest of your day? Are you staying inside? If you're here in Halifax, you're probably staying inside. It's snowy. I'd like to convince my kids to play a board game with me. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. I got my schooling done for the week, so that's good. I just need to respond to a couple other students, but I guess I can do that tonight now that I'm freed up of my obligation to host youth. So it doesn't matter what shape these scones are. They're your scones. You make them however you want. Nobody's going to come back to you and say, "Oh, that scone's in the wrong shape." And if they do, you tell them, "Well, you don't have to eat my scones." That's kind of how I work. Okay, so we got one tray done. We'll get another tray here in a second. So these are the scones. I'm going to get them in the oven for 15 minutes. And that's just good enough. How much time we got with you? So we can stay a little longer until they're done. But let's start the timer. We'll get the last tray of these done and in. And we'll get the other ones in the oven. I might stick around it doesn't take very long. I'll stick around as long as necessary. I'll cook the next ones, and then we'll stay until those are cooked, and then they'll be kind of my done for the day hanging out with you guys. But you know what? I'll stay as long as people want to stay. If people are hanging out, it's cool. So it's good. Down the road, I wouldn't mind having some guests on, some people to chat with, maybe talk about some baking or talk about anything. Really, if I'm going to be here every Friday, I don't mind. I'm going to be baking anyway. We can have conversations with somebody. That'd be kind of fun. Who do you think I should have on? Who do you think I should approach to try to get on the show? If I make this a regular thing, any ideas? Who do you think I should approach? So there's some other ones. So it'll get about a minute after the other one. Clean my board off a little bit. Don't show my old boss. He doesn't like the fact I use a knife on this, but I don't have a dough scraper, so. Okay, and then for this next one, we are going to try something different. Oh, your EV, beautiful, beautiful. Has it been working well for you? Your EV? You enjoying that? I don't know if I'd ever want it. Well, I guess eventually. I can't say I'm never going to get one, but I just don't know. Okay, so for this one, we're going to try. We're actually going to experiment. We're gonna do the same thing. We're going to put 6. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 cups. Okay, let's leave a couple of flour over here. So I got 6 cups of flour in there. We're gonna add the baking powder. I think I have another one up here, hopefully. Okay, go look at my back for a second while I try to find more baking powder. Don't mind my cupboards. Okay. We do have more. Gas is $1.80. Wow. Tanya's not actually here, and she's actually at work. So if Tanya was here, I would have her on with me. She would probably have to, get ready, but she'd come. Gord? Yeah, I should get Gord on. I'll have to plan better next time and plan the day that Gord's off or is available, and have a Gord recruit hour. That'd be fun. We'll get Tanya on. We will get Tanya on. She's just not available today. I'll be doing these at weird hours all the time, so I'm trying to make it so that you guys can all connect at the same time. So I've added my baking powder, and then I need some salt, which is 1/2, probably. Okay, so for this one, I need a little bit of sugar. I think I'm actually going to cut back on the sugar. I'm only going to put 1/2 cup sugar in this one because I am using this whipped jalapeno cheddar as my margarine. Okay, we're gonna attempt this to see what happens. So this is about 1.5 cups of whipped jalapeno cheddar. I want to use that as my margarine. Okay, so I'm not using margarine. I'm going to use this as my binding agent, as my mix. That's not all I'm going to use. We're not done yet. We are actually going to add this. What else should we add? Oh, I know what I'm adding. Come to the fridge. I've got this. I'll bring this closer. I've got this bacon cheese blend. So we're going to add that actually into the mix. So that'll be really good. So these are going to be the jalapeno cheese and bacon muffins. But it all depends on how much I'm going to put in. Well, I guess I put the whole bag in. That's okay. So, no, it's going to be good. And we're going to mix that up. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of water, and then we are good to go. Get rid of this. So we are 2 cups of water. We're going to add 2 cups of water to this bad boy. You don't want to overmix it. Good. So, take off the mixer. Smells great. Smells fantastic. And we are going to scrape her down, get back into the bowl. It's kind of wet, so I'm going to make sure I put some flour on the board so that it doesn't stick really badly. I like to play. So, and I don't encourage you playing if you're not comfortable with your recipe. So if you're not comfortable with your recipe, don't play. Follow the recipes. Once you've played with your recipe a dozen times, and you've done it and you've mastered that recipe, then that's when you can start playing. So you see me do a lot of things, and I'm like, oh, let's do this, do that, do the other thing. Don't. Just make sure you're comfortable. If you're comfortable, then do it. But then don't get upset if it fails, right? Every failure is just another trial you have to try something new with, right? So here we go. So dumping around, we got a little bit of flour on the bottom. The mixer doesn't seem to want to touch the bottom, which is unfortunate. I guess I could lower I gotta lower my thing a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so now we're just gonna work this flour in without over mixing, but get this in the oven so that we can stick around until this one comes out of the oven and kind of get a feel for it. So we're just gonna work the flour in. And it's good. How many? So Sandy, if you're still here, how many? You got your EV? How far do you get on that EV? Do you? What's your average kilometers? Who's here, guys? Who's here? Let me know you're here. We've got about. Well, I'm gonna stick around to about 1/4 after because I'm gonna cook this thing. I'm gonna cook these biscuits off for you, so I want you to see these when they're done. And we'll kind of show you the bread because the bread will be kind of ready to go in before it's all done. So I'm making scones. Okay, so this is a jalapeno cheddar bacon. So now that I've got her all mixed up, we are now going to spread it out here. Same thing, 1/2 inch. I've sprayed my pan as much as you want. You gotta get it thinned out. You see, it's not sticky. It's really good. It's nice. Feels got a nice feel to it. Can I post my recipes? Well, I know these recipes have been posted many times, but yeah, I can try my best to get them posted. People keep asking me to make a cookbook, and I'm really bad at getting organized to do that. I don't think I'm ever going to get a cookbook, so don't hurt me if I can't get if I don't get a cookbook up. I'll try to share my recipes. We'll see if this one turns out. I'll share it definitely. Just gotta get it up and going. Okay, so let's get these on the tray. So this is my jalapeno cheddar and bacon scones. I mean, I don't know where you can buy these at. Oh, nowhere, because I don't know anybody else that makes them. So you know what? It's a good choice. Good things. 500 kilometers on one full charge. Wow, that's great. How did it respond in the cold weather though? When you had winter, was it easy to start up your EV? 500 kilometers on an EV. That's actually pretty good. You can get pretty much anywhere you need to go as long as where you're going has an EV charger that you can use. It's good. I hear you. I think you had a plan. You had planned a trip to go somewhere. I seen you tweeted about that. You were planning a trip, and it's good. Okay, so I'll get that in the oven. Get this gunk off my hands. Biscuit off my hands. Okay. Just spray on these. On these ones, I just put spray on the bread. On the regular bread, I put cornmeal, but most of them is just spray. I'm not a. I don't want cornmeal on my raisin bread. All these biscuits are coming good. Let's get this other one in. And I'll set this timer up here for 15 minutes. Okay. Starts up just fine no matter the weather, eh? That's good. Okay, I don't need more trays, so I guess I'll fill this thing with biscuits. Baking up a storm also causes you to have to be creative of how you're cooking. My cookbook sounds great. I don't have a cookbook. I don't have time to be. When am I going to make time? I gotta find like a duplicate of myself to make a cookbook. Clearwater and Edmonton. Okay, that's one of the places I was hoping to go to Edmonton when we moved back. I was going to do a road trip and go to Edmonton and get to the mall, because that's what everybody needs to do, go to the mall. But yeah, it didn't work out. That's the time everything flooded and we couldn't get past the roads. So it's unfortunate. I really wanted to get to Edmonton and get my kids in to see a big, huge mall. But nope, didn't happen. Okay, we'll try this. And then we'll just use this other glass container for you. Get that in the oven. Yeah, I don't know. Someday maybe I'll make a cookbook. I don't know. Somebody can just take all my recipes off Twitter and Facebook and just make me a cookbook, and then just like find them from there. Somebody can take that task on. Yeah, so here we go. So we made the biscuits. So far in our journey today, we shaped all our breads, and then we made 2 different types of scones. We made a score, so a sweet one, and then we made a more savory cheese and bacon. And so I'm excited that you're here. You're gonna send me a postcard from the mall, or from Edmonton. Either way, if you do, it's cool. I'll make sure to share it with everybody. As long as you don't send me a picture of like some guy and say, "Wish you were him," those are weird postcards. Wish you were here instead of but the E's missing. Wish you were her. It's all good. It's all good. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're hanging out with me today. It's coming up to the 12 o'clock hour. We're going to wait until a minute and 46 seconds before I can show you the first cone's done. We'll wait, and I'll stick around if you want to stick around with me till the next one's done. Do you make fruit scones? So I've made, in the past, I have made cinnamon raisin scones, and then cranberry white chocolate are the ones that I tend to work on. I haven't really done a whole lot of others, but if you have a suggestion for the future and you want me to try and see what they turn out like, I like trying anything. So it's good. It's good. Okay, so my first loaves to cook. My first loaves of bread. So you see these here, they pumped up right nice. I'm going to take off my knife again. Dry it off. And I'm going to give her a cut. So I'm going to put a couple cuts in her. Cookbook when I retire. Again, I don't plan on retiring again. I think I'm going to be a pastor until I die. So maybe when I retire from the Navy full time, like completely from the Navy, maybe then I'll do a cookbook. But definitely not from retiring from being a pastor. I'm hoping to do that till the day I die. Raspberry. No, I didn't try a raspberry one. And if I got some dried raspberries, maybe. I don't think so. I think the fresh raspberries and blueberries and stuff would be like. I think I did a blueberry scone once, and I think it just bleeds all the way through. So if I had a dried one, it might be better. On top of these, we're going to. This is supposed to be sourdough, so sourdough is supposed to have flour on top. So we're going to put a little bit of flour on top just to kind of work that in. And there's our. there is the beeper. So that means our scones are done. So let's take a look. I'm going to give them 1 more minute. I should give them, 1 more minute. One more minute on those, and then they'll be good. So that'll be 16 minutes. It's good. I'm encouraged. I think I'm going to keep doing this. If people are excited and want me here, I'm going to be more than willing to come back every Friday and chat with you guys. We're just kind of 12 o'clock hour. I've been here for an hour. I'll probably stay for another 10 minutes trying to get these scones so I can show you what they're done. But while the scones are cooking, I've got to set up a couple of cooling racks on my side table here, which you can't see, but a couple of those. Put a couple on in a second. We're good. So I want to thank Chloe, who's behind the scenes for me today. So if you see me chatting and talking in the chat, that's actually not me. That's Chloe. She's working the back door for me, and I really appreciate that. She's doing a really, really good job. Bringing comments and putting them in. So now if anybody watches the live stream after, they're actually going to see the comments, which you don't normally see if you don't share them like that. So we have scones. So here we have our scones. So let's take one of these off. Let's grab a plate. Grab the perfect scone on here. I'm gonna take these over here. Oh, a talent show. I don't know what you mean there. So there's our scone. Break it open. Okay, so I'll bring it over to you. So our scone is here. It's hot. It's juicy, and Chloe wants half of one. So half of the scone is missing now because Chloe's taking it, but it is really good. Oh yeah. So this is a fresh, hot scone with score chippets in it. Chick Royale, nice to have you here from Brockville, Ontario. We got people from Brockville. Something's put you on the map, but what's put Brockville on the map? So anyway, I'm eating a score scones that we made. So this is actually what we made while we're here. I've been shaping my dough. So back here, I've got a tray of sourdough dough ready to go. If you watch my last live stream, I show you how to cook it. This one here at the start, you can see how to shape it. Well, that's good. I'm going to be eating that all day. I might get fat. The next batch of scones are done. Beautiful. This one up here. Chloe's giving me a thumbs up, I'm assuming. So the first batch of bread is in for 30 minutes, starting the timer. And so then we have these done. Swap out the bread on my table. Put my buns over here. And here we go. This is another tray. Score one's done. And I'll stick around just so I can show you the fun stuff of the other one. I'm gonna eat this. Oh, you're so good, eh? And Chloe's just smiling over there. So good. Okay. Oh yeah. So our bread here is risen up. You take a sharp knife. We're just gonna put some slits in it. Okay. So when it's gonna rise up a little more in the oven, and these slits will be more prominent inside. Once it's done, then we're gonna put the flour on top. Don't want to dose it too much in flour. So you just shoot it all off after. Okay. So one of the things that I did last time, I'll probably do this time, just to try and turn it really low. I'm just going to fill this frying pan with water, and I'm actually going to put it in the oven. Let that extra moisture help steam the bread off. I didn't want it for the biscuits, but so once the biscuits are out, I'm going to put this in. But I'll wait until then. I don't want to put it in too soon. Okay. So the raisin breads are turning good. All the other buns are good. Everything's ready to go in the oven. It's just a matter now for me for space. All right, good. Those would be really good served with a little caramel sauce over them because they're not quite sweet enough for me. But if I put a little caramel spread on them, I got that. Oh, that'll work really well. All right, good. I got this caramel spread, just a little tiny bit on top. We just give it a little bit of just a little more sweetness than it. But it's still good. Like, I mean, if you wanted a not so sweet scone, but with that caramel flavor, beautiful. I'll do that later. But that's up to you. If you like it more sweet, if you don't like it that sweet, it's perfect right the way it is. It's good. So we've got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left on our final thing. The other day I went to Costco, and you know how many bags of flour I bought? Two. I bought 2 bags of flour. Why? Because I thought, hey, if I'm going to be cooking, I need to have more flour. 40 kgs of flour, 80 pounds of flour, and I'm already through half a bag. But I'm giving it away, and then people love my bread, and they appreciate it, and they enjoy it, I think I just love giving things away. I love just doing things and growing things. And Chloe says, "I'm not looking at the camera, so I'm not looking at you, and I appreciate you being here." But it's I need to look at the camera. But yeah, so as we wait. The last 3 minutes. Anybody have any questions? Anybody got anything? What are we going to bake next time? We're going to bake cookies. Put my head in a jar. I was thinking maybe snickerdoodles next time. I don't know. Whatever you guys want. I can tackle something, teach you something. You want to be here later in the day? Give me times. Tell me how you think. Do you think it was too early in the day? Too late in the day? Well, not too late in the day for Sandy. She's out in BC, so it's 8 in the morning. I could start at 1, but by now, or maybe even start at noon, I guess, because now I'm starting to cook off the bread. So, but my the other dough I got in the go here is almost ready. While we're talking here, this is my sweet dough. So this is going to become. This is my sweet dough. Look how fluffy this is, and it's this is going to become my cinnamon rolls. Now this sweet dough, I can do cinnamon rolls. Chloe's just got her mouth wide open. She's like, cinnamon roll, beautiful. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna work on next. I can make cinnamon rolls. I can make some sort of Danish out of this. I can make a Danish dough. It takes a little longer to make a Danish dough because I have to roll it out, fold it, and roll it and fold it, and roll it and fold it. You gotta do like four times. You gotta roll it out and fold it, and stuff some butter inside the first layer, and then you're making layers, right? Danishes have layers. They're kind of like an onion, or like an ogre. But dad jokes. But I'm just gonna make cinnamon rolls with these this time. But I got 2 batches of this, and this is ready to go. This can actually sit and rise again. It's not gonna hurt anything. This is my other one. It's in a high quality container. There we go. High quality 4-liter ice cream container. But this is just another thing of sweet dough. The difference between this is a sourdough sweet dough. That's the only difference is this one's got didn't have any shortening to put in it, but I added eggs, a little more sugar, so it's a little more sweet. So I should be able to roll it out and do what I need to do with it. We are 1 minute away from seeing how those jalapeno scones turned out. I'm excited to see how those jalapeno, cheddar, and bacon, I guess it's cream cheese, scones will turn out. Are you excited? Are you as excited as Chloe's excited? She's excited. Yeah, she's excited. She's like, yeah, I worked hard. You deserve a scone today. It's good. Well, here we go. We have 18 seconds. Could doing it. You wanted a talent show? Why are there so many songs about rainbows? Make a lasagna. You want me to teach you? Okay, I can do a night where I make lasagna. Chloe's give me a thumbs up. I still have lasagna in my freezer. That's why I haven't made it lately. But yeah. From I don't know if you want to go right from making the sauce all the way down to, or what is just assembling lasagna. You need to know how to make the sauce, that kind of thing. So what's the plan there? That's what I need to know too. Is what you want in that sense. Okay. And, I honestly think we need another minute. I know, but perfection takes time. Perfection takes time. What kind of lasagna you want me to make? Is it the chicken Alfredo lasagna, or is it a meat lasagna? Chloe's playing camera shy. She's gonna come over here and say hi, because she can. It's all good. It's all good. She's taking a deep breath. She's making sure she's got her makeup on. She's now cuddling on the floor. Come on, Chloe, come say hi. I want to thank you properly. Meat lasagna? Yeah, I good meat lasagna. So this is Chloe. She's my princess. She's so she's working hard behind the scenes for me today, and I really wanted to appreciate her. Thank you so much for your hard work. We got about 2 minutes left, so we got that timer's going off. So as soon as I show this off and we cut her in half, we're gonna okay, so these are the jalapeno, cheddar, and bacon scones. These jalapeno cheddar bacon scones look marvelous. Oh, they smell amazing. And we cut one in half. And take a look at this. I'll bring this up to you. Jalapeno cheddar scones. You see the steam coming off those bad boys? Look at it, they're hot. They smell fantastic. And the time of truth, here we go. It tastes even better. Put a little bit of warm butter on there, and you're laughing. Well, that's it for Friday, 20th of January, baking with the Worship Chef. I thank you for coming along. I thank you that you're here. I'm excited to see what this. You're here, and I want to thank you. So see you next time.